friends, welcome back to Market Economy, the top destination for discovering new economic frontiers through the perspective of BRICS countries and expanding markets. This time, we dive into the heart of global dilemma, the conflict in Ukraine and its far-reaching consequences. While the world picks sides, one nation stands out for its strategic neutrality: India. How can a country with strong historical ties to Russia and a unique position in the world stage navigate treacherous waters of international relations? As we unveil India's role in organizations such as BRICS, SCO, and the non-aligned movement, we will examine its delicate balancing game between East and West and the potential it holds as a key player in the emerging world order. So, buckle up as we embark on a journey through the complex landscape of India's foreign policy and its impact on the evolving geopolitical scene.
Since Ukraine's independence in 1991, India has enjoyed a friendly relationship with the nation, fostering trade, defense, and cultural ties. However, India remains neutral in the Russia-Ukraine conflict to maintain relationships with both countries and pursue its interests peacefully. Taking a position in the conflict could affect India's economy and international relations. It is vital for India to remain uninvolved to keep regional stability and achieve long-term goals. Managing connections with various countries is essential for India's development as a global power, enabling it to independently chase its objectives on the world stage. In March 2023, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) Security Council gathered in Delhi to discuss counterterrorism, extremism, and related topics such as illegal weapons and drug trafficking. India and Russia emphasized the significance of collaboration in technology, trade, and defense for shared advantages in worldwide peace. India's policy of neutrality, though not in accordance with Western views on democracy and autocracy, is founded on national interests and practical factors. As an emerging power, India needs to balance its relationships while pursuing its unique goals. Despite advocating for diplomacy to resolve the Ukraine conflict, India has not openly denounced Russia's invasion. India's neutrality is complicated by its historical connections with Russia, particularly in energy and defense.
We have really a long-standing relationship with Russia, a relationship that has certainly served our interests well. For multiple decades, Western countries did not supply weapons to India, and in fact saw a military dictatorship next to us as the preferred partner. So I think we all in international politics deal with what we have. We make judgments which are reflective of both our future interests as well as our current situation. My sense is, in terms of this current conflict, like every military conflict, there are learnings from it, and I'm sure my very professional colleagues in the military would be studying it very carefully.
India, the largest purchaser of Russian weapons, has acquired over $10 billion worth of arms, including S-400 Triumph missile systems, Su-30 and MiG-29 warplanes, and helicopters. Russia is providing S-400 Triumph systems to India and has offered more than 500 items for potential delivery, despite Western sanctions. India's neutral stance in the Russia-Ukraine conflict has received mixed responses, but it allows India to preserve its autonomy in foreign policy decisions and chase its objectives on the global stage. Being non-aligned is crucial for India's strategic interests, allowing it to balance relations with Russia and the West. As a rising global power, India aims to be an unbiased mediator in conflicts. Its dedication to neutrality aligns with its broader foreign policy goals, prioritizing multilateralism and cooperation in organizations like the G20, BRICS, and SCO.
The truth is, although the conflict in Ukraine is significant, it pales in comparison to the immense shifts happening on the global stage. The era of the United States and the USSR battling in Europe during the Cold War has long passed. Nowadays, the center of action has moved to Asia, where any confrontation could have far-reaching consequences for global power dynamics. Now, as Asia takes a spotlight, there is one country that has become a critical player, and that's India. Yes, the same India that has been flying under the radar while Western countries keep a close eye on China. But make no mistake, India's strategic position, strong economy, and rock-solid democracy make it perfect partner for the West. What's more, India has been showing that they are ready and willing to take part in international organizations and initiatives. This means they are open to shaping new rules and institutions in the global system, which is a big deal. With India as a swing state, its choices could tip the scale in the world's most pressing issues. But there is the thing, this isn't just about India, it's about the rest of the world realizing the potential working with India to maintain stability and tackle challenges like terrorism, climate change, and trade protectionism. And let's not forget that India's involvement in groups like BRICS, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank shows that they are ready to collaborate beyond the Western sphere. So, dear friends, it's time we pay attention to this crucial player. By embracing India's influence, we can seize opportunities, navigate challenges, and shape the future of our increasingly interconnected world.
India is currently a key player in the global arena, being a founding member of the BRICS countries and a participant in various international associations, covering practically the whole world. The country shares several discussion and collaboration platforms with China, despite their long-standing border disputes. Within BRICS, India maintains special relations with Brazil and South Africa through the IBSA Dialogue Forum and with Russia and China in the RIC format, which predates BRICS. This year, India is hosting the G20 summit and holds the presidency of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, an Asian political, economic, and cultural bloc that includes China, Russia, and Pakistan, a historical rival. India has also established the ASEAN, India Free Trade Area, or AFTA, to expand trade routes to Southeast Asia. India is a member of the well-known Commonwealth and collaborates with the United States in the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, Quad, which includes Japan and Australia, too. The country also participates in the Intergovernmental Economic Cooperation Forum, I2U2, with Israel and the United Arab Emirates. The European Union and India have a partnership defined by the 1994 EU-India Cooperation Agreement, and the two sides have been negotiating a free trade deal since 2007. India takes part in the controversial World Economic Forum in Davos, and this year it attended the Trilateral Commission Symposium, held for the first time in conjunction with the organization's 50th anniversary. The Trilateral Commission is a non-governmental and neutral think tank founded by notable but discussed figures like David Rockefeller, Henry Kissinger, and Zbigniew Brzezinski. However, these meetings are often criticized for their lack of transparency and perceived elitism. During the Trilateral Commission's annual plenary meeting in New Delhi from March 10 to 12, 2023, attended by leaders and strategic thinkers from North America, Europe, and the Asia Pacific, covered topics like India's political, economic, and social evolution, the Ukraine war, Africa, and the impact of social media on democracy. India's quiet diplomacy in defusing the Ukraine crisis and facilitating the Kyiv-Moscow grain deal was highlighted. An anonymous speaker, which cannot be identified according to the rules of the same commission, announced that a multi-decade period of structural inflation will replace 3 decades of globalization. This marks 2023 as the beginning of a new global order.
Among the global instability, military conflicts, and declining international organizations, there is a powerful force that has been waiting in the wings, the non-aligned movement. This organization has the potential to defend the sovereignty and security of developing nations, and it could be just what our world needs. With India at the helm, this group of diverse countries may be the key to a more balanced and peaceful future. So let's explore the role of this unique movement and how India's strong leadership might just change the course of international politics.
In all this scenario, the fact that India, still its foundation, has been among the so-called non-aligned countries is even more important. The non-aligned movement can become an influential international association in today's context of a crisis in the UN system and other international organizations responsible for maintaining world order. The non-aligned movement can play a crucial role in maintaining military and political sovereignty in developing countries. India has the potential to lead the renewed international non-aligned movement, which aims to address challenges related to national security, sovereignty, and non-involvement in military conflicts amid growing global instability. The current international political architecture is declining, and the birth of a new international order will be long, difficult, and very conflicting. The world is rapidly polarizing into military, political, and socio-economic blocs in groups of countries. The non-aligned movement unites 120 member countries occupying an area of 54.53 million kilometers and is home to about 57% of the world's population. The non-aligned movement is unique as it unites countries with different political systems and levels of economic development with complicated interstate relations. Despite the lack of unity in the movement and approaches regarding the assessment of conflicts, the idea of non-alignment does not mean that the state should remain passive in international politics. On the contrary, the non-aligned movement aims to give voice to developing countries and to encourage their concerted action in world affairs. India, one of the main historical founders of the non-aligned movement, is well positioned to lead the renewed NAM due to its historical experience, economic strength, and growth dynamics. India provides and is ready to continue providing humanitarian aid to Ukraine and act as a peacemaker in resolving the conflict. India's international policy is based on non-alignment, emphasizing dialogue and diplomacy, respect for the international order, and institutions such as the United Nations.
Well, friends, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into India's unique role on the world stage, their strategic neutrality, and the potential they hold as a key player on the world emerging order. As we have seen, India's participation in organizations like BRICS, SCO, and non-aligned movement allows them to maintain a delicate balancing act between East and West, all while pursuing their own national interests. So let's remember that as the world faces unprecedented challenges, it's essential to recognize and embrace the potential of countries like India. By working together and finding common ground, we can shape a future that is more stable, prosperous, and interconnected. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions on global politics and economics with the latest insights and discussions on the BRICS countries and the evolving global landscape right here on Market Economy. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.